says. I would not be a journalist today if I had listened to the haters and the people around me who told me that I could not do it. We can. Yes, we can. That's why our network is named Yes, we Can, because we can do it. I don't care what they say. I don't care how many people say it. If God says it to you one time, just one time, that's better than all the haters and the spoilers that ever could show up in your life, because we can. Yes, we can. There's other reasons we have to stay in the battlefield, because this is our public face. But as a group, we got a good public face in here. You are the high achievers and the movers and the shakers and the directors and the rulers and the regulators. You are large and in charge where life isn't so bad. But there is another face of the African-American woman, and that's not a happy face. You see too many women struggling to get into homeless shelters, unemployment checks running out, and middle-class homeowners being foreclosed. You look at Haiti and you see sickness and cholera coming to take away their life because their medicine, on CNN, I said, they're sitting in warehouses and the bureaucracy won't let them have it. We need to be on the battlefield. We cannot quit, because black women are still poorer than other women and men in other ethnic groups. We still do not have a single black woman in the U.S. Senate or on the Supreme Court. We must get to Michelle Obama, and we must get to Barack Obama and say, I know you've done some great things, and I know that they're beating on you, but don't forget about African-American women, because we won't. And we got the money. Challenge, and the fourth challenge, and the final challenge, is I leave with you today, takes me back to the action figure of Wonder Woman. When you look at all the actions, one of the reasons I like her, because if you look at all the action figures, they all wore masks. Superman wore a mask, and Spider-Man wore a mask, and when Halle Berry played Catwoman, she wore a mask, and the Lone Ranger, even Tonto wore a mask. But Wonder Woman did not wear a mask. Wonder Woman, Tanisha Curry, her beautiful voice, another Wonder Woman there at the table. Wonder Woman did not have to wear a mask because she did not have to hide her brilliance or her flaws. She did not have to put on a dumb mask to hide that she was the smartest one in the room, to make other people comfortable, like some of us have had to do. She did not have to make it or fake it. She came in the environment prepared. Wonder Woman says, I am who I am. Now, deal with it. I'm not going to act dumb to make you feel smart. I'm not going to let you beat me, verbally abuse me, or physical abuse me. I'm going to lasso you up, tie you out, and kick you out. I'm like Wonder Woman. Maybe she believed she did not have to hide from her destiny. Maybe she believed it was all right to dream big because she had a big God, and maybe she believed that it wasn't about her own strength, but her strength came from the Lord. That's why she was invincible, unbeatable, and unstoppable. Ladies, we do not have to hide behind our mask. We are beautiful with our black selves. We are beautiful with our fat selves. We are beautiful with our weaves and braids. We are beautiful even if cancer has made us bald. We are beautiful people. As Wonder Women, we must be willing to take off our mask and really work on our inner selves. Because sometimes the greater enemy that we face is the enemy right in here. And I'm talking about the public face. Looks so good. Some of you right now look so good. But if I could just look on the inside, I know it's not so good. But in other words, when you look at great women and men throughout history, greatness was always on the other side of the trouble. You know, none of us ever had a crystal stair. I mean, the stairs we climb always were broken. we admire quit in the heat of the battle, whether it was to overcome their own demons, fear, depression, hopelessness, or the demons in society, racism, sexism, and classism. I look at you and I see your professional faces, but I would argue that some of us in here are also wearing masks. What is going on in your hearts and minds is not reflected on your faces. But sooner or later we will have to deal with ourselves if we're going to have the strength and durability to stay on the battlefield of public service. Inside this room, and I truly believe I know what I'm talking about, some of you feel like you are running on empty. Some of you have been betrayed by your best friends. You're grieving the loss of a husband, a mother, or best friend. You've either lost your job or feel it could go any minute. You're smiling on the inside but shaking on the outside. Some of you have to take pills to sleep, drink a little bit too much. You're troubled, anxious, depressed. I know this, and I know I have to talk about it because in these hard times there's a great temptation to shut down or even to end it all. I've talked to too many people who know that even now there have been people, especially middle class people, who just could not take the foreclosures, who have committed suicide. So how do I know this? Because I listen. I'm a minister. I listen. I don't let your public face fool, because I know I got a public face. And I know that if you only knew what was going on in my own life, you say, she can't come here. Don't invite her here if you really knew how deep my own troubles are. But I am the right one to come here to tell you not to quit. That this is I am here because I am an overcomer. I know that this too shall pass. I'm a living witness that what God will do if you will just believe. I stand here as a living testimony that we are more than conquerors in Christ Jesus. It was God who found me another mother when my natural mother abandoned me, just walked out and left me. Some years later, when I was 60 years old, it's the first time she came to me and had Thanksgiving dinner, but she came. But she came. And we're prayer partners right now, and I'm telling you, it feels good to be able to call my mother, who's 95 years old, and say, hey, mother. Because she did wrong, but so did I. And in order for me to get right, I had to forgive her. We can't run around with unforgiveness in our hearts. We're going to have to lay some of these burdens down. We're ever going to get right. We can't carry all this baggage because we're leaning over from unforgiveness. Yeah, I talked about being the one at Ohio State University where they said, oh, no, you can't be a journalist, and they wouldn't even get me a job when I graduated with high honors. But a couple years ago, they called me to get an honorary degree and to be the first black woman to give a commencement address. I'm telling you, the arc of the universe is long, but through struggle and blood and sweat and tears, it always comes back towards justice if you just hang on a little longer. Trouble won't last always. We do know that weeping will endure for a night, but we know if you just hang on, joy will come in the morning. I encourage you today to believe that with God, all things are possible. I encourage you today to really believe what Annie said. Tomorrow, the sun will come out. Tomorrow. I believe you to give the credit to God when Marvin Sapp said, I never would have made it. He didn't say I never would have made it. I made it because I'm wonderful. I made it because I look good. I made it because I was singing. He said I never would have made it if it had not been for God on this side. So I'm the one. Because I don't know what it looks like today, but I do know what it looks like tomorrow. I know that no matter what I'm in, and I know that whoever, whatever is trying to I'm still going to win it. Because I may know that no devil in hell is going to defeat me because I know whose hand I hold. I just believe I can fly. I just believe I can touch the sky. I just think about it every night and day. I believe I can soar. I can see myself running. Doors are closed now, but I can see myself running through an open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe I can see it. I can see prosperity. I can see a future that is better than yesterday. I see it, and because I see it, I can believe it. But where it is in our heart, I don't even see it sometimes, but I still believe it. I believe if I believe it, one day I can see it.